Our top focus at 7. Pakistan High Commissioner Abdul Basit has said that MOS home Haribhai Chaudhry's statement in Parliament on Dawood Ibrahim has vindicated Islamabad's stand. In his first and exclusive interview to Headlines Today's Karan Thapar, Pakistani envoy said that India has never requested Dawood's extradition in writing. Basit added that the minister's statement raises critical and disturbing questions about the veracity of India's dossiers, which he described as self-serving. He said it has always been Pakistan's stand that the underworld Don Dawood Ibrahim is not living on Pak territory. Speaking about Lashkar leader Zakir Rahman Lakhvi's release, the High Commissioner said India was well within its rights to raise the issue with the United Nations.
The Indian Minister of State for Home Affairs Haribhai Chaudhry in a written answer in Parliament said that India does not know where Dawood Ibrahim is. Does Pakistan view that as vindication of its repeated stand that Dawood Ibrahim is not in Pakistan and he's not being sheltered by your intelligence agencies?
Now, Karan, I do not know if I can add anything to that. And what we saw yesterday, honestly speaking, that was quite disquieting and disconcerting from our perspective. And frankly, that calls for some introspection. If you prepare dossiers on the basis of self-serving information, then we have every reason to be worried, and our worries are justified.
You're saying something very important, High Commissioner. You're saying that the statement made by Mr. Chaudhry yesterday that India doesn't know where Dawood Ibrahim is actually raises important critical question marks about the dossiers India has been giving Pakistan. Now you're saying those become self-serving dossiers.
It does raise questions. There is no doubt about that.
One other thing, when India says they don't know where Ibrahim is, does that vindicate Pakistan's position, which you repeatedly stated?
It does.
He's not in Pakistan.
It does. He is not in Pakistan.
So Mr. Chaudhry has vindicated your position in your eyes?
Absolutely.
One other thing, Mr. Chaudhry went one step further. He said, and I'm quoting him, extradition process with regard to Dawood Ibrahim will be initiated once the subject is located. Does that mean that there are no extradition proceedings against Dawood Ibrahim that are pending at the moment?
He is not in Pakistan. So why would even we entertain such a request if that has ever been made?
I'm going to ask you an explicit question. Has India ever, either in the recent past or earlier on, formally in writing requested the extradition of Dawood Ibrahim?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge?
Not to my knowledge.
So despite all the claims made by politicians in India, starting with L.K. Advani and by several Congress politicians as well thereafter, that India has been demanding Dawood Ibrahim's extradition from Pakistan, you're saying to me as Pakistan High Commissioner that to the best of your knowledge, no request...
I'm not aware because there is no extradition treaty between our two countries in any case.
But despite the fact there isn't an extradition treaty, India can still demand his extradition?
It can, yeah, it can.
But you're saying it hasn't?
Not to my knowledge, yes.
This is devastating for India. To the best of your knowledge, India has never requested in writing Ibrahim's extradition?
Not to my knowledge, because from our perspective, as we have been saying, our position is that he is not in Pakistan.
High Commissioner.
So the question of extradition doesn't arise in the first instance.
An embarrassed Indian government has been forced to step in and firefight. Home Minister Rajnath Singh spoke out for the first time on India's most wanted terrorist. Singh said there is no confusion about Dawood Ibrahim's location. The Home Minister said he had not been able to clarify his stand on the issue in the House, but will do so soon. Interestingly, Rajnath Singh didn't specify where exactly Dawood is right now. Right, let's get a word from our Strategic Affairs Editor Gaurav Sawant, who's with us in our studios this evening. Gaurav, a very important point being raised by Abdul Basit here while speaking to Headlines Today's Karan Thapar. He's saying that Islamabad stands vindicated because according to them, Dawood Ibrahim was never in Pakistan in the first place.
Well, look, Government of India has made a very silly mistake. This is a mistake that is going to cost India in terms of debating points with Pakistan. Dawood Ibrahim is in Pakistan is a well-known fact, and this is not just India's wiretap. This is not just Indian intelligence agencies saying so. Journalists have called up Pakistan and they've spoken to Dawood Ibrahim's family. They've spoken to people close to him. Dawood Ibrahim's daughter got married to Javed Miadad's son. There is a mountain of evidence. There's a wiretap on Dawood Ibrahim, one done by India, another done by the United States in Karachi, in Pakistan. All of that evidence is out in public domain. Any Pakistani knows Dawood Ibrahim is in Pakistan. Several top ISI officers and other civilians, the high and mighty in Pakistan, they've attended his parties. Yet, government of Pakistan says he's not in Pakistan. Well, government of Pakistan had also said Osama bin Laden is not in Pakistan.
But even though the government of Pakistan can say that he's not in Pakistan, it's unfortunate that an Indian minister also got up in Parliament and said that that Indian agencies were clueless about his whereabouts. We'll continue tracking developments on this big political story. Gaurav, thanks so much for that update. The Minister of State for Home got up on the floor of the House and said that Indian agencies were clueless about the whereabouts of India's most wanted terrorist, Dawood Ibrahim. What we're seeing today is Pakistan envoy Abdul Basit saying that Islamabad stands vindicated. His government has always maintained that India's most wanted terrorist is not living in Pakistan. We're being joined by Shaina NC of the BJP live this evening. Also with us in our studios is our Strategic Affairs Editor Gaurav Sawant. I want to get in a statement from you, Shaina NC. This is what we feared most. Now Pakistan lapping up that comment made by a minister on the floor of the House.
Well, really, do you care what Pakistan thinks? Have they lived up to their word at all? You take the Lakhvi trial, you take their commitment towards 2611, all of which they have just brushed aside, and they expect us to constantly dialogue with them. I've read the entire transcript of what has been provided to me vis-a-vis this entire interview, and it's absolutely shocking that Pakistan wants to throw the ball in our court when actually the serious answers are with them.
No, Shaina, you should be more shocked by what your Minister of State Home has said in Parliament. You should be shocked by what Haribhai Chaudhary has said, that India has no idea where is Dawood Ibrahim.
I have... One second. Mr. Chaudhary, even if our government knew where Dawood Ibrahim is, clearly our intelligence agencies have a plan in place, and I don't think it's necessary to announce to the world. I'm more shocked at Pakistan's reaction to try and suggest that, you know, they have been absolved of all their crimes. The fact that they are housing terrorists and without any the slightest bit of remorse, they don't even have reactions to give us. So I think that this interview, when played out in totality, will only show you the doublespeak when it comes to government officials in Pakistan, and then they have the audacity to ask us that why have we not dialogued post-August? Well, obviously there are reasons, because we are a strong country and our government under the leadership of Mr. Modi is not going to just play to their gallery.
So basically the BJP, alright, so the BJP refusing to admit, that that statement by the minister on the floor of the House was in fact a mistake. It's put India on the back foot. Abdul Basit there going and saying that it shows that the dossiers that India sent to Pakistan were actually just self-serving documents. Let's also get in a word from Congress spokesperson Brijesh Kalappa, who's with us live this evening. Brijesh Kalappa, your response to that statement made by the Pakistani envoy.
See, I've just heard the BJP spokesperson make reference to what the Pakistan High Commissioner had said. I think what one can assume is that the BJP is rather naive to believe that despite what they say, the state of Pakistan will not take advantage of what they say. Now the BJP spokesperson says that no, she's shocked. If she's shocked, then she's being really naive, because here is a situation where 350 lives have been lost. There are several family members, several relatives of those people whose lives have been lost in the Bombay blast. Now, what is the feeling that they are going to get when the government of the day tells them that we don't even have an idea where Dawood Ibrahim is? And after having said that, today, for the BJP spokesperson to say that no, I'm shocked by what the Pakistan High Commission says, is the extent of naivete that the BJP is suffering from. And what can one say when the BJP spokesperson says this?
Okay, Shaina NC, I have a question for you. Shouldn't the Prime Minister, and you say we have a very strong Prime Minister, then shouldn't the Prime Minister take some hard action and sack the Minister of State Home who made such a comment in Parliament? That is point one. And point two, shouldn't that bureaucrat who came up with such a silly line, shouldn't action be taken against him?
I think that our government is not going to get deflected by one comment that the media feels that needs to be addressed.
All right, Shaina, I'm sorry to interrupt you.